Right, we're just stopping off at the superstore, not sure what for. I think I need to change my Tampax actually. Hey, it's all good fun. Himalayan test ride today with unexpected Suzuki Burgman. I'm going to go in backwards because I don't think I've got reverse. I couldn't find reverse. I couldn't find reverse. Yeah, I don't quite get that.
What do you reckon then?
Yeah, it's a very drafty car, isn't it? In the nicest,
I'm loving that.
in the nicest possible way. Oh, you liking that?
I really like that. Yeah. It's not. I mean, it's not a speed machine, but it ain't slow.
No.
You know, that's got some beams.
I was worried about giving it some welly. I don't know why, but I didn't want to open it.
Oh, you've got to proper wring its neck.
Yeah, you've got to choke the chicken, haven't you?
Oh, without a doubt. You've got to proper wring its neck. And that is a proper adventure machine.
Yeah, yeah.
I love it. It just, I think what I like about that is it just doesn't have the, you just ain't got the bulk.
No.
Of a like my bike or
Yeah.
a DS or something. You just haven't got all that bulk and weight. You know, it's just so chuckable, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I really like that.
Good. I've talked myself into one.
If I went back now and he said, "Do you want to keep it?" I'll take the beast on and keep, you know, I'm there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, no, I really like that.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, if we on the way back, we got time. Should we stop off at Darren? You know, if he's not in, he's not in. Yeah. I mean, just check. I'm pretty sure it's Broadshaw where he lives, isn't it?
Yes, I think it rings a bell.
Yeah, I think it is as well. I've got his address in here.
Just find it, isn't it?
Oh, well, as long as we can find Broadshaw, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to find you there.
It's Main Street, isn't it?
Yeah, and then he's sort of up the hill, yeah. I think I'll just put the flat now, though. No, I do like that. It's just comfy. I think I would probably put the pad or something on the seat.
You would do what Nathan's done,
Yeah.
put a bit of sheepskin on there.
I think so. It's a little pad on the seat. But, yeah, no, cracking boys, love it.
Have a good look at it. Nice long mud guard to stop all that shite. You've got the belly pan. A little bit on there to stop burning your feet and for the passenger.
Well, I hope you're in, Darren.
I would go for the one with the
I wouldn't go for the white.
No.
I'd go for the black and grey.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I know he lives in Bishopstowe,
Oh, does he?
which is not far. I think 16 miles away.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's not far, but
Alright. Well, you can if you like.
yeah, why not? I mean, it's pretty much. Yeah, 8:30.
Yeah.
Past the thingy, isn't it?
Right, so it's flying colours for the Himalayan.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'll put one on the Christmas list, please.
Yeah. And duvet for the Burgman. It's a mobile sofa with mirrors.
You see, I mean, the power button just makes it a bit noisier.
It made it more jerky. I
Yeah,
hated
it
that.
didn't-
I hated
the
it.
manual thing's not bad,
Yeah.
but the power button just makes it noisy. I didn't really see it did an awful lot.
No. It's good. The heated seat, fucking
Yeah.
wow.
I mean, I just, go along, put the telly on and...
Well, you could. You really could, couldn't you?
Like you said, read a book.
Yeah. Yeah. You could probably get a little thing up there for a book.
I think the good thing with this, and you are right, having the fans off does make it a little bit awkward to get on.
Yeah.
But I will overlook that.
Good. ABS light check. Fuel check. Temperature check. Oops. Start it in gear check. There you go. I've just gone to pull the clutch in and put it in gear. What a dick. So Suzuki 650 Burgman. Great piece of kit for what it is. If you're a scooter person, thoroughly recommended. if you're a commuter or you want to do a bit of light touring with a friend or the spouse on the back of the bike, brilliant. It does nothing badly. It's all good. It's well balanced. It's me making it look a bit dodgy. Kev, I didn't know, I thought Kev was going to get off of that and go, do you know what, hey, it's rubbish. And he's got off and he's like a kid in a candy store, he loves it. Right, I'm going to head towards Salisbury. Let's take it left here then. We're in eco mode at the moment. Let's take it a bit easy through the village. Yeah, I like the Himalayan. I was apprehensive to start with, and I was a little bit down in the mouth because I was used to more power, but at the end of the day it's not what the Himalayan's all about. It's about steady, progressive riding over any terrain. And it could get you out of trouble if you needed to go cross country. It's comfortable. It's just non-aggressive, it's not in your face. It's this plodder, like Nathan Millwood said, who's done 15, nearly 16,000 miles on his one. It's a mule of a bike. It's not a sports bike, it's not a tourer, it's not a cruiser. It's a mule, and it is exactly what it is. And a very good mule at that. This 650 Burgman, can't fault it. I really can't fault it. The only drawback with the Himalayan is the side stand. When you get off the bike, it feels too vertical, and it feels like it's going to topple over to the right. But that's not too hard to fix, I wouldn't have thought. Let's put the visor down. I don't know what the sound's like. I hope the sound's okay. Last time I took this head cam out on this cheap microphone, the wire, it sounded like it was broken inside and it was crackling on and off. I just hope to God that it's working properly. Yeah, this is a very comfortable machine. Seating position, very good. You can have your feet on the floorboards or you can have your feet forwards cruiser style. I prefer feet forwards. I didn't think I'd like that position. It's got lumbar support in the form of a little bolster behind you, which is adjustable forward and backwards. There's oodles of space under the seat for storage or your shopping. It's got cubby holes in the front, 2 glove boxes on either side. It's got a DCT gearbox. It's got folding mirrors. It's got up and down screen, a flick of a switch, and that is fast, isn't it? The screen, does it work? Yes, it works. For me, it works better in the down position. I'm used to wind in my face, and I can see where I'm going. In the up position, it's like being in a car with the side windows open. But unfortunately, the top of the screen is right in your eye line, and you really can't. On a rainy day, you'd be worried. But yeah, apart from that, it's a car on 2 wheels. It's very well put together. It feels good. It feels solid. It's responsive. It doesn't want to snap your neck when you open the throttle. It's progressive. It steers well. The suspension is good. The small wheels, it can. I mean, it's comfortable now going slow. But if you're doing 50 along these village roads, you can feel quite a bit of the umpty-bumpty of it all, and I don't know what that's down to, because the suspension works at certain speeds and not at others. It's a bit weird. You've got underslung wing mirrors, brilliant, they work excellently. You can see more than enough. Now I don't know what that would be like at night time with someone coming up behind you with the lights on full. That would really be a bummer, that. Unless they got automatic dip feature on them, which I doubt very much, but that would be a good little thing. That's one thing I think bikes are lacking, isn't it? Self-dipping mirrors and all that. What really annoys me about the very modern cars with the LED headlights, A, they're too flipping bright, and B, they automatically dip. Well, I flew to Turkey 2 weeks ago, and going to Gatwick Airport, which is an hour and a half ride from my house, I went in a vehicle. It was a Nissan, what was it, a Nissan X-Trail, a brand new one. Fantastic car, lots of computer wizardry in there, but people were flashing coming the other way because it just didn't dip its lights. Unless the headlights can see an actual light, it doesn't dip. If it can see just a glow of a car coming up a hill, they stay on full beam, and that is no good. And if you're on two wheels and it's raining, that's dangerous in my book. Oh dear, wanky tanker. Well, I'm sitting in my fluffy armchair. I haven't got to worry about clutch, I haven't got to worry about gears, I haven't got to slow down. She just drags me up the hill. Now I don't know what the DeVille's going to feel like after these two machines. You've got the ruggedness of the Himalayan, and you've got the cotton wool Sunday afternoonness of this Burgman. I'm liking this bike, scooter. I am so glad it was just sat next to the Himalayan when we romped up at the sales, at the garage there, at the showroom. I've never been on a big scooter before, neither has Kev, as he was saying just now. Pleasantly surprised. I know that the 400 Burgman is a bit, obviously it's a lesser bike, different styling as well, but that the 400 version of that against the 400 Himalayan is £300 less, and it's, you haven't got to buy boxes and things to go on the side of it and whatnot. But horses for courses. This thing can whisk you quite happily up to 110, so I've been told. So yeah, it's all good. I have no num bum. The back seat, the passenger seat, the pillion seat, sorry, looks twice the size of the front seat. It looks very inviting indeed. I bet this is a real mile muncher, and I wouldn't mind touring on this. But then if you were to go to Scotland or up through Northern Ireland like we did earlier on in the year on our DeVilles and our Stroms, we were taking on some roads that I would have had a job to walk up, let alone ride a motorcycle out. And for the DeVille to stay upright to the end, I was very well impressed. You wouldn't be able to do that on this. You would certainly be able to do it on the Himalayan, but that's what it's all about. There are so many different varied bikes out there. There is a bike for everybody. Well, between us, we put a few miles on these machines today, so we've had a good fair ride. I mean, basically, he gave us 4 hours each, 2 hours per bike. I think in that time you can gauge whether you would make a purchase, or you do like a bike or you don't like a bike. I like both of these. I do like both of these. This is comfortable in a different way that the Himalayan's comfortable. When you put it into power mode and you use the up and down gears, it's a jerky beast. As soon as you flick the power button off, put the anchors on, as soon as you flick the power button off, the old green eco light comes on, the D comes up on the dashboard for drive, and it's like a magic carpet, honest to God. Ugh. Why do they always put divots in the middle of the road? Swallow Cliff. I mean, that wing mirror now is right in my eyes. The sun's setting behind us. I don't even know I'm doing 60 mile an hour on this, it feels like 40. Takes everything in its stride, whether it be twisties, turnies, ups, downs. When you lean it over, that's a little disconcerting, because you get to a certain angle and the scooter feels like it's out of its comfort zone, and you immediately know when that millisecond hits you. So you put it a bit more vertical, you try and get it back up right again. Obviously, if you're in that case scenario on the road, you're going too fast. Well, what an afternoon! Bundles of fun. 2 bikes reviewed, plenty of storage on both. Plenty of power in the Burgman. The Himalayan just plods along, doing its thing without care in the world, and that's exactly what it was designed for. Oh. You might have heard my voice change there as I hit a divot. The Himalayan would have wafted over that like a magic carpet, because the suspension on that bike is brilliant. I can't see what all the fuss is about with the limp front brake on the Himalayan. I think it's perfect. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I really do. Can you see the engravings on the hills up there? The stonework, should I say? Kev's really having fun on that thing, I know he is. So, Christina DeVille will be leaving the stables. I said in previous DeVille diaries that she wouldn't be going. I built her up for nothing, it's part of me, I will not be getting rid of her, but I can't keep 2 bikes and restore a Pan-European, which I'm going to be doing in the next few weeks with Kev. I can't have 3 bikes in the house. And I want to get a Himalayan for the winter specifically, and for next year's touring. So I'd rather let her go now to a good home and go from there, really. we waft down with MGB there. Looks like a GT too. Wafting up to 50 up a hill, which would half kill me on a push bike probably. Kev's right behind me, he's having fun. The Destroyer, I'm going to keep her for another year, but I've not had the amount of fun I want out of it. I've had loads of fun on it this year, don't get me wrong, I've been out on it all over the place. Carlos and I went to the Submarine Museum down in Portsmouth, in Gosport. Great ride out down there. But I do want to keep that bike. It was a toss-up, you see, between the Destroyer and Christine. I'm afraid Christine's lost out. She's a good bike, got lots of years left in her. It wants for nothing. The tyres are good, the engine's good, oil's all been changed, the coolant's all been changed, the brake fluid's all fresh, the brake lines are sorted, the electrics are sorted, brand new motor battery on it. If someone wants to throw me £1,000 for her, give me a call, drop me a line, I'll take that. It's probably worth between 11 and 1200 on the market, but I'm not greedy. People know that I've built that bike up from nothing, but it's a darn good commuter bike. I'm getting a slight numb bum now, and the thing is with this bike, unlike the Himalayan, you cannot stand up easily because the bars are too low. They're right in front of me now, but if I stood up I'd be unsafe on the bike. The Himalayan, you can do full beans and just stand up and still do full beans on it. That's what I like about it. It's just a good all-rounder. Right, 7 minutes past 5. We're supposed to be back for 5:30. We're going to pop in to see Darren, but we're not going to have. We just haven't got time to. Yeah, I'm getting towards the threshold of I want to get off and have a walk about with the seating. I'm sad to say. You try putting my feet on the floorboard, so that makes a difference. Well, that makes a little bit of difference. You can sort of lift yourself off the seat momentarily for a second. Oh, pardon me. Just edit that bit out, guys. Okay. So we should be coming up to Salisbury rather soon. Oh, I could really bean it past this thing at the moment, but I better not. I don't know if there's a crossroads down there, I don't know if there's any horses walking along, I can't see anything, therefore assume the worst at all times. I can't believe it, how have you not overtaken? Very tempting, but what's the point? You get somewhere 30 seconds quicker. I'd rather get there 30 seconds later and alive. For me, that's what motorcycling is all about. It's the journey. It's enjoying every second, bimbling along, fairly safe. You know, I'm not being an idiot, therefore I'm not raising the risks. Inherently there are risks every time you throw your leg over a motorcycle. But if you can minimise that, stick to it. don't know what's flapping around on the helmet. I'm sure I've done it up this time, so I know it's not that. Where are we now? Barford St Martin. Bath. Oh, come on, Audi, for goodness sakes. Ugh. Me bum hurts. Oh. No, I didn't yawn on the Himalayan, did I? Is that Kevin tooting? Did he toot then? I'm not sure. I hope I shouldn't have turned off. I haven't seen Salisbury anywhere. Well, I do hope this microphone is working today. I've moved the wire, so it should technically be working. The last time I took this out, this helmet and camera combo, I went off for the day with Carlos, like I say, down to Portsmouth Gosport, and I did 4 videos of the journey there, stopping and starting and meeting Carlos, etc., and carrying on and blah blah blah. And the audio just got worse and worse and worse, and it was on off off on off on off on off on, and it was just annoying. You couldn't listen to it, which is probably a good thing. Just put some music over it. So anyway, Burgman lovers, I can see why you love them. Great pieces of kit. It needs a bit of, for me personally, it needs a bit of, what's that signpost there? No. It needs a bit of sheepskin on it. That's what it needs. Oh, I'm just pushing my feet down. I'm in the cruiser position now, and I'm stomping my feet down, so I'm lifting my backside up into the lumbar support bit on the seat, and that's actually taking a bit of the sting out. Mind you, been on this bike a good hour now, so, well, all in. We did stop for a quick chat and a bag at the Sainsbury's car park. Oh god, excuse me, how rude. Yeah, that's definitely alleviated it, so I can sit back down now. Oh, that's better. That's a lot better. There's nothing worse than an unbum, as you all well know. Well, the BMW crew, do we nod at him? He's on a scooter. Oh, I don't know, he only comes out when it's sunny. If only they knew. Wilton, Salisbury, Gloucestershire. Oh god. Oh, someone's on fire. Put that fag out. Woo! Well, this is boring, isn't it? Let me turn it off for a minute.